Hey gang, this is Bryce for all those that watch the video. I'm wearing my, show you in a little bit, I'm wearing a Pacifico jacket. There you go, you can kind of see it. It's cool. And it's actually from Todos Santos, which is in Mexico. Right on. I've been to Mexico before. The beers are okay. They're really, well, they're more of tequila than it is beer over there because it's just not as good. Okay, it's just not as good, and you wish that they were good because they're just not as good. And I don't know why. I don't know why they're not as good, but they are. I mean, probably. Well, number one, let's talk about this before I share the beer that I'm going to review. Number one, their water supply is kind of messed up. It's if you don't know, Mexico doesn't have as good a filtration system as we do. But on the other hand, that's not really. They have. I mean, they have good beers, but I'm sorry. They do have good beers. They have. Miller Lite. Excuse me. Anheuser Busch has. Corona and whatnot out there, but they don't have much of craft breweries, and I think the reason is because of the water issue. But if you get your water from Nestle, you should be able to do it. Nestle helps them with the water, bottled water over there. This Cia water, CIA or Cio. I think it's Cia or Cio. It's a Spanish water company. They do a lot of catering to the locals so that nobody gets sick. But people still cook in it, and I've never gotten sick over there. I pray I don't. But if I were me, I would cook everything in that bottled water, man. Even if it was bottled, I just use it for everything. But let's get to the serious stuff here. This is Stone IPA, and this has got to be one of my favorite beers. Okay, this is worth reviewing. This is not just kind of worth reviewing like my other videos, which kind of, I can see where somebody would say, yeah, what the hell, you're just reviewing this to review it, and I get that stuff, I get it, you're just trying to be cool. But this sucker is really good. I mean, this is real good. Let me show you. Stone Brewing Company up in should be San Diego here. Yep, San Diego. It's 6.9, so it's fairly drinkable. I mean, you gotta just watch it. Watch your intake, and my rule of thumb is probably just 2 to 3 beers a night. That's it. That's all you can have. 3 is a little bit high, but it's not really that high. I try to keep it to 2, 3 beers. If you're past, then you're kind of whatever. Well, we've all done that. And I'll shut up right now because I've gone out, but I cut myself off. Anyways, this is the Stone Brewing Co. bottle. IPA, all this stuff. It's all printed on there. Let's see. A fearsome figure carved from stone that has powers to ward off the evil spirits. Blah, 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 blah. It's all this crap. But let's talk about the real issue here. This is what the color looks like. Okay, good lacing there. And I have to say, if you've never had hoppy beers and you don't like hoppy beers, don't get this beer. Okay, it's just not. If you don't like hoppy beers at all, don't get this beer. There are people that do not like it. Do not like hoppy beers, whatever. If you do not like hoppy beers, I highly recommend not getting this. Highly. But if you like Tap It and you like a little bit more hops with a good malt background, this sucker does it all the time. They're pretty affordable. I got this at TJ's, Trader Joe's. I mean, they're not terribly affordable, but they're not super ass extravagant. I've been to some liquor stores where I've seen beer on for $13 a 22 ouncer, and I think that that's a little high. I guess if you really want that type of beer and you really want to drink, go right ahead. I also don't understand why people buy cheaper beer just to get drunk, okay? I'm here to have a good beer, have a good evening, and whatever. But anyhow, I totally like this beer. This is a good go-to beer, especially if you're in California and you're looking for some, hoppy, but you're tired of Hoppy Poppy or Ranger and you want something a little bit more upper scale. I mean, this will do it. This is a great bottled beer. Never had a problem with this beer. Tap It's dodgy because they're local, but and I got to review Good Day IPA or Lucky Day IPA. They're actually better than Tap It, and we'll get to that in a minute as to why I think they are better. They're better contenders because they know how to control their brew. Their main problem is that they are they're kind of copying a little bit with Tap It, and they're kind of the flavor. I'd actually have to sit here and review one for you to tell you what I was talking about. But is it good? Is it local? You bet. Is it the best? No. But it's a hell of a lot better than Sam Adams. I'll tell you that right now. A hell of a lot better than Sierra Nevada. The Sierra Nevada, not the professional line, but the one you can buy at like Food for Less or Vaughn's or Schnucks or wherever you're watching this video. It just, or whatever, Kroger. Yeah. So, anyways, I was just giving you information about this brew. It's a very hoppy brew. Does it have the let's see. No, doesn't say when the sucker was born. Does it? Damn. Doesn't really say that. But I'm sure they have their web address. It's stonebrewing.com. It does say nothing but barley, hops, water, and yeast. What? Oh, just barley, huh? No wheat. That's wild. Well, there you have it. Again, I cannot recommend this enough as being a very, very good go-to beer for hops. along with Ranger. I'm not going to ditch Ranger. My dad doesn't like Ranger, but I like Ranger. But this Beach Ranger, by a bit, and this sucker, these are a little bit expensive, but I'll tell you that you will not be disappointed when you take it home, and you will enjoy it, and that's all I got to say. So, cheers. I got to get dinner going. It's pretty late right now. It's 8:14, but I've had a long day, and I know it's late for dinner, but I'm like the Europeans. I have late dinner. I don't know if you guys have late dinner, but I do. So anyways, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.